Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is September 16th, sometime past 12 a.m., 12 midnight. And yesterday was September 15th, where Apple had their event where they announced the new Apple Watches and the new iPads and subscription stuff. But one thing I really didn't expect from this event was the fact that they said that they'd be releasing the new iOS, watchOS, and tvOS updates tomorrow, which technically is today because it's past midnight. And so, since I've been using iOS 14 for a pretty long time now, I think early June, like when it got announced, because I have the developer beta, I thought I will make a video on my experience with iOS 14 and the top 5 features that you should look forward to with this new OS update. And so, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the number one new feature that is in iOS 14 is widgets and the app library. So widgets are these tiny mini displays of an app that you can look at quickly to get some quick information so that you don't actually have to open the app. That's the basic definition of a widget, I guess, and what it is. And the app library is essentially this library which you can swipe to, and it categorizes all your apps, and you can also search all your apps. And instead of having just like a lot of apps on several pages, it has it in like this one nice page which is categorized, and it's pretty nice. So another really cool thing with widgets is that you can actually stack them together and so that they take up the same space on your phone. So I have the calendar widget, and then I have that stacked with the weather widget, so I can swipe through the stack essentially to get the next widget. So calendar, swipe, weather, that's how it works. And I also have two other stacks which you can just see, I guess. And so the thing with stacks is Apple also has this thing called smart stacks. So what it does is basically you can choose to turn smart rotate on, and what it does is it will give you a give you a widget, sorry, based on like the time, the date, and your phone usage history. So essentially in the morning, I guess it would give me the weather widget, and then before a calendar event it would automatically switch to the calendar widget, and then sometime around lunchtime it would switch to my stop wearing thing because I have to remove my Invisalign sometime before lunch, and so it would automatically switch to stop wearing. And so it's pretty nice and easy, I'd say. Yeah. And so overall widgets are just really nice because they just let you do things really fast. Like I have my lights set up on widgets, so one tap and then just from the home screen I can turn on and off the lights, and then I can also FaceTime my dad. It's really nice. Okay, speaking of FaceTime, let's go to the second feature that I want to talk about, and that is picture in picture. And picture in picture is really great. Let's just demo it through a FaceTime call. Let's get into it. So right now I'm FaceTiming my friend in India, Tane, and thank you, Tane, for being on this call. And so we're just talking now for like a second or two, and then what you'll see just now is that I will swipe up from the call, and I'll actually be able to shrink the FaceTime window. So the FaceTime window shrinks, and I can multitask while being on FaceTime. Usually it would just pause, but now I can go into the calendar app, look at my calendar while also moving around the FaceTime window. So I can like increase the size, decrease the size of the FaceTime window, push it to the side if I just want to hear the person's audio. So it doesn't really take up the entire screen, which is really cool. And because in iOS 13 what would happen is that if you actually move out of the FaceTime app, it will just stop your video or pause your video, and now you can continue the FaceTime call while doing something else on your phone as well. And that's picture in picture. So it works pretty much the same way for all content. If you have HBO Max, you're on Amazon Prime, you're on Netflix, you can swipe home and then your video will still play in the mini video player, and you can go to another app as well, and you can move around the video depending on where you want it to be. And there's also this nice feature where you can push it aside and you can just have the audio playing, so you have the entire screen but you still have the audio, so if you don't want the visual component of it. And it works with all streaming services. The only issue is it doesn't work with YouTube because of some issues, I don't know exactly. And so if you actually want to watch a YouTube video, then you're gonna have to go to Safari and then do picture in picture, which is what I've done here because other streaming services don't really let you screen capture. So yeah, picture in picture is really great and just nice tidbits that work, I guess. So the third feature and the one I probably use the most is sleep tracking. And sleep tracking, as the name suggests, tracks your sleep. And what you essentially do with sleep tracking is there's this like nice view when you sleep. So it has this thing called wind down. So 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever time you choose, how many ever minutes before your bedtime, it gets you to this wind down page. And so essentially it's just this screen with like this one button for shortcuts, and so you can customize the shortcuts you want during your bedtime. So I have my Lumos, Knox, and sleep shortcut set up. So one's to turn on the lights, one to turn off the lights, and then one is just a shortcut. So I just press a button, starts my sleep timer, and plays my music. So it's pretty snappy and just nice, and also it's not cluttered at all, so you don't get distracted with notifications. And even if you wake up in the middle of the night, you just have all your options right there instead of actually having to like scroll through your phone and everything. It's pretty cool. And so to go along with that, on the watch, it actually just has this simple view over here. So if you wake up, it just shows you the time in your alarm and like the date. That's all. It doesn't really show you a lot more because you don't need to see a lot more when you're trying to get to sleep. So my fourth favorite feature or set of features is privacy. And so let's start off with Safari. So when you're in Safari, you actually have the option to see what content or what trackers are being blocked on your website. So if you're in Safari, let's say you're in Bulbapedia, you can actually click to see which trackers Safari prevents, and it's kind of fun to see, just geek out a bit. And yeah, and then the second thing I really like is iOS 14 also shows you all the changes made to your clipboard. So if you're in an app, let's say you're in Notes and you copy some text and then you paste it in Gmail because you need to email someone, it will show that Gmail pasted from Notes. And this was actually really helpful in a privacy issue. So I think TikTok, I believe sometime in June, would essentially copy literally everything you typed when you typed something. So it would show that TikTok has copied your clipboard or something. And so that was a really big privacy issue which kind of got erased with iOS 14, so that's really cool. Okay, so I just realized what I just said sounds really boring and really slow, but what I'm trying to say is that what TikTok was doing is that essentially as soon as you typed something, it was copying that data and using it for its algorithm to, do TikTok privacy things. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of a huge privacy threat when companies and apps keep looking at your clipboard data for no reason, and TikTok kind of got exposed with that. Also, there's this additional feature which is really cool for privacy geeks like me. So if you are using your camera or if your phone's mic is on, it will, like, your phone iOS 14 will indicate that your mic is on or your camera is being used through these little dots on the top. So if your camera is being actively used, there'll be a green dot in the top of the display, and if it's just your mic, so if you're in voice memos, then it will show the orange mic being used in the top of the display. And that's pretty cool to make sure that no app is using your video or your audio for no rhyme or reason. So yeah. And so the fifth coolest feature in iOS 14 is audio switching for AirPods. So I have the AirPods, not the Pro, so I think if I had the Pro, I'd probably put spatial audio over there, but I don't have the Pro, so that's fine. Anyways, so with the AirPods, what happens now is that if you have an iPad and an iPhone, if you are listening to, let's say you're listening to music on an iPad, and so you're listening to something and your AirPods are in, but then you put your iPad away and you bring out your iPhone and start listening to other music on your iPhone, you don't actually have to switch the audio channel. The AirPods will automatically detect that you put your iPad away and now you are using your iPhone, and your AirPods will automatically connect to your iPhone pretty much instantly, which I find really cool. And so let me give you a demo. Okay, so now I've brought my iPad out and we will be listening to Getaway Car by Taylor Swift. I have my AirPods connected and I hit play, and as you can see on top it says Hrida's AirPods connected, and that will move away now, and I'll let just play for a bit. My AirPods are on and my phone is on the side. I haven't done anything on the phone. I turned my iPad off, I folded, I put it away, and now I will bring my phone into the picture. And as you can see on screen, there's this song called Hoax by Taylor Swift. It's not playing, and I haven't done anything to switch the audio channel. Now I'll hit play, and that was bad. I'll hit play, and so it says with us AirPods connected, and that was automatic, and now the song instantly switched from Getaway Car to Hoax, and I didn't have to do a thing. So that is really, really cool. So I just want to end this video by saying take this with a grain of salt. So I've had my 5 features that I really like, but there are also a lot of features that are new to iOS 14 that I haven't tried or won't even get to try for quite a while. So app clips is one example. The most common use case is probably inside like a coffee shop, and it's California, and because of COVID I can't even go indoors, so I won't be able to try app clips out anytime soon. Then there's also, I think, a new feature called the car key, which essentially lets you use your use your phone as a key for your car. And obviously no cars except are out yet that have this functionality, so that's something I can't try out yet. And then just in general, third-party widgets are still not out yet. I mean, hopefully they should be out today, but yeah. So that's just a lot of stuff that hasn't been completely fully fledged developed, I guess. And so take this video with a grain of salt, and that's my last bit of advice before I end it. Okay, so as I speak, it's around 3:20 a.m. So that's 3 hours of filming and editing. So I think I'm gonna go to sleep now and wake up and then publish this video. But please, please, please leave a like if you did find this helpful, because as you can see, I just ruined my entire, okay, I don't have a sleep schedule, but I was, yeah, just think of the time. So please like this video, it really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And that's it. Oh, also the notification bell thingy, click that so you get notified when I upload a new video, and leave a comment down below in the description if you want a new video or whatever video you want to see next. Thank you guys, have a nice one.